everybody. Greg again from Heck Yeah, You Can Cook. You know, the hardest thing about doing this is coming up with names for these dishes. I just kind of make them and then I have to figure them out. So we'll call this my Tandoori Vegetarian Special. How's that? So my Tandoori Vegetarian Special, we're going to need a few ingredients. Now, you don't have to make this vegetarian before we get started here. I am using the plant-based ground beef. This is also gluten-free for any of those who are gluten intolerant. It is vegetarian, not vegan, because we will have some dairy products in here. But you can use ground beef, ground turkey, ground chicken. Just reduce your amount of oil you're going to use if you're going to do that. While I've got everybody's attention, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We love getting new subscribers. Please check it out on Facebook. We have a group up there under Heck Yeah, You Can Cook, along with TikTok and Instagram and Pinterest and all those wonderful places. So come join us there. Today's tools you're going to need for today's cooking, you're going to need a chef's knife because you got some chopping to do pre-hand. All right, you're going to need a large wooden spoon because this is going to be something you're going to be stirring in the wok. I like to use my one that's got a little bit of a harder edge here from Pampered Chef to scrape the bottom if need be. I've got my Cutco wok over here. You can use a chef's pot. You can use a very large frying pan, but I prefer the wok for this cooking. I've got my saucepan here because we're going to need to prepare some rice while we're doing this. Okay, and now the ingredients for today's recipe. You're going to need golden rice or any rice will do. I prefer this golden rice. This is my favorite. This is Ralston's Family Farm. The golden rice cooks in 15 minutes. It still has the fiber, and I just find it absorbs a lot of flavor. Does a great job for me. You're going to need some olive oil. We're going to be using this to get the wok started, basically, and a little bit in the ingredients when we add the vegetarian plant-based ground beef. I've got 12 ounces of cherry tomatoes here, or grape tomatoes, I should say, not cherry. And they are the Wonder Pack of a bunch of different varieties of these. I like the different colors it adds to the dish. I have got, right here, I've got, well, it was supposed to be 7 ounces, but I think my daughter got into the bag, but it's okay. This is more of a topping agent anyway. I've got 5.5 ounces of shredded cheese here. Use any cheese you like. I happen to be using the Mexican blend with this. I love combining spices. I have got the star of the show here. I've got a tablespoon of Tandoori spice blend, and this is the roasting one, but we're not roasting with it. I know that sounds funny, but the Tandoori spice blend to me, this is the one from the Spice and Tea Exchange. This does have salt, but I'm still going to have a little bit of salt with it. This adds a wonderful flavor to this. It's smoky. You'll enjoy it, I think, with this dish, especially anytime you're using a vegetarian dish. I've got 8 ounces of sliced portobello mushrooms here. I've got 1 yellow onion, finely chopped, about 1 centimeter or less. Very finely chopped here because we're going to be using this just to kind of get the dish started and add flavor. I've got 1 apple here. I love using apples in cooking with things like this. This is a gala apple, and I have diced it. I have got 1 yellow onion, and it is also diced. I've got 1 cup of yogurt, because if you know anything about tandoori, it goes great with yogurt. This is the regular, not vanilla. You don't want the vanilla one. It would add a weird taste to this. But it's the, I don't use the low fat. I use the whole fat, whole milk yogurt for this recipe, and this is 1 cup of it. And then, of course, we have got 12, well, this is 13.7 ounces. Why 13.7? I don't know. Of the Garden Inn brand plant-based ground beef. This one's gluten-free. I specifically looked at this because it is gluten-free. There are other ones out there, so you can use any you like. If you have anybody that has a gluten intolerance, you want to stay away from the other brands and use this one because it is gluten-free. We're going to move to the stovetop here. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to preheat the wok. So we'll give that about 2 or 3 minutes on low, medium heat, and then we'll show the process. While you're preheating your wok, go ahead and get your rice started beside it. It's easy to check it on as it's cooking right beside it as you're making this. And that way it's prepared and ready to go when you're ready to combine it with the dish. Okay, everyone, we got the wok heating up here. We're going to add a tablespoon of olive oil to the bottom. And I start here with my onions and my apples. And just a small pinch of salt. Stir this around. And you're going to cook this for about 2 minutes, stirring frequently. Okay, a couple minutes have gone by. Give this another stir. Start to smell the olive oil and apples and onions coming together. This is when I add my tomatoes, my mushrooms, my yellow bell pepper, and a couple pinches of the tandoori spice, small pinch of salt. Give me a good stir around in the water. Tandoori starting to kick up a little bit. Now, I leave the heat on that low to low medium cover. We're going to come back. We're not going to stir this. Resist the temptation. We are going to come back in 6 minutes and check it out. Don't forget, have your rice going here so it's ready, because it won't take long to get this to temperature ready to add the rice. Folks, 6 minutes have gone by. We've shown our patience. Now look at that. Look at all those vibrant colors. Vegetables are softening. Tomatoes are soft. At this point, we're going to let this finish up. Slow cook it. Heck yeah. Making all the flavors come together. Add your ground beef at this time. Just count maybe 2 around there of olive oil. Then we add our yogurt right to the top. 1 cup of yogurt. And then sprinkle in the rest of the tandoori. Heck yeah. All around it. Take your spoon and turn that through. Alright folks, we're going to cover that lid up again. And we're going to go another 5 minutes on the same heat. We're going to increase the heat just a little bit. We'll increase just a little bit to number 4. That's a almost medium. That's a good way to put it. Almost medium. We're going to let that cook another 5 minutes. If your rice is finished at this point, let it cool and set it to the side. You're going to be adding it to the dish. 5 more minutes have gone by. Got it up to a nice simmer. This is when I start. Go around, burst these tomatoes. Got a little stickage to the bottom, just scrape it off. With your wooden spatula, not metal. Comes right up. At this point I turn the heat down to low. We're going to add in our rice. Now if your rice is not prepared, you can just let this simmer a little longer. It's not going to hurt anything. Just make sure the temperature's turned down. Add the rice right to the top. And then add the cheese. The daughter's shortened, supposed to have been 7 ounces, is now 5.5 ounces cheese. You can use more, you can use less. You don't have to use cheese at all. I just like the way it ties it all together. Fold this over. See how it works in there, guys. Now I turn the heat all the way off. Let it cool for about 10 minutes. You may want to even remove it from the heat if you'd like. We're going to come back and then we're going to serve. Everybody, we have finished letting it cool. See the cheese is solidified there. Dig in. There you go, everybody. You serve this as is. You can add some green beans to it to the side. Whatever you'd like. Hope everyone has a great day. Please like, share, and subscribe. Share with your friends. Have a great one.